Just 10 weeks ago, on an overcast October afternoon, a deafening cheer went up among hundreds of thousands of protesters on the streets of London. Inside the House of Commons, MPs had voted for another delay to Brexit. It was the news that marchers for a people's vote had been waiting to hear, with Britain's departure from the EU no longer a certainty. Polls suggested there was a clear majority for a final say on Brexit, and even many leavers accepted that going to the public was the only way to break the deadlock. But as we prepare to ring in the bells and enter a tumultuous 2020, Brexit is now a given. In just over 30 days' time, the UK's 46-year-old status as a member of the European Union will come to an end. Even in today's fast-moving politics, the demise of the umbrella People's Vote campaign has been astonishingly swift. And the specific organization which gave the movement its name has torn itself apart amid internal disagreements. But blame for this disappointing end to a concept which galvanized millions across the UK does not lie with those who fought the campaign. It lies with those in frontline politics who failed to lead. So much has changed since Britain narrowly voted leave in 2016 that it's easy to forget the rash decisions made by political leaders in the immediate aftermath of the referendum. None more so than the response from Jeremy Corbyn, who called for the immediate triggering of the Article 50 process. His failure to enthusiastically campaign for Remain during the contest had arguably contributed to the result in the first place, and now he was trying to compound the crisis. Meanwhile, David Cameron ran away, and Nicola Sturgeon sought to capitalise on the chaos by demanding a second independence referendum. In the months that followed, party leaders, save perhaps for the Lib Dems' Tim Farron, were not particularly interested in how to avoid the worst-case Brexit for the entire UK. As so often in recent years, it fell to backbench MPs to put the country first. And that's what Labour's Alison McGovern and Heidi Alexander did, establishing a campaign for the UK to remain in both the single market and the customs union. Other than remaining in the EU, all the evidence said this was the best economic option for the UK. Crucially, it was also a unifying way forward given the closeness of the referendum result. As we enter the final month of Britain's EU membership, and prepare to leave on Boris Johnson's terms, it is galling for many to look back at this missed opportunity. If there was one option that perhaps could have produced a parliamentary majority at some point, it was most likely this. But, as so often during his tenure as Labour leader, Jeremy Corbyn stood in the way of a pragmatic solution, with his MPs whipped to vote against single market. For more on this story, visit the news article link.